Good morning, it's 20 to 9. We're a little bit later than we were hoping this morning. We have to be at Eurotunnel between 1:50 and 2:50, and as it stands at the moment we're going to be at Eurotunnel just after 2 o'clock. So we need to get a move on. Stopping at Air Divide La Somme for charging and a bite to eat at lunchtime, and then we'll see how we get on here. Got a nice view of Chartres Cathedral from here. It's over to your left now. This stretch has the potential for huge snarl-ups, but fortunately there's 2 lanes each way, and lorries are banned from this left-hand lane in each direction. So cars have a fighting chance of getting through without being stuck behind 2 lorries chasing each other up a hill. This section is a péage, but it's now on what they call the flux libre, which means free flowing. So there isn't actually a péage station as we used to go through. Instead, it works a bit like the Bedford tunnel, where they do ANPR to read the cars, and then you have 2 days in which to pay. Unlike the Bedford tunnel, however, if you have a toll tag like we have, then the toll tag picks it up, and in our case, Imovis, who are the suppliers of the toll tag, will pay the charge for us and then get the money back from us in the normal way that they would for a toll. This is where the old tolls used to be. And up on the gantry ahead, you can see where they've got the ANPR cameras all looking at cars, and the toll tag has just beeped, indicating that we've been sensed, so we can enter the section without having to go through tolls. We're in the middle of Rouen now, just coming over the bridge, and there's Rouen Cathedral over to the left. Looks like they're having work done, and there's scaffolding or something around the spire. Just crossed the River Seine. There's another very pretty church in front of us. No idea what that is. And then we've got the tunnels to go through once we get round here.
In 1,000 feet, keep left to stay on N28, D6028 towards Amiens-Reims.
That was a short tunnel.
Now keep left to stay on N28.
And then we've got a longer one that we drop down into here. What strikes me is this tunnel looks a bit like a ship with the prow sticking out at the front. And now we're heading for the péage.
In 1,000 feet, keep left
Looks like
to
there's only one
E16, E402 towards Berg, Bolin.
Tele-péage working. So we'll go through there following this lot. You can see the difference in the timings. That one on the right has just arrived. And as we turn in, again, Tesla Chargers on the left are fairly quiet. Only one at the end there. And lots of people on the Ionities. 2B3A. These are the ones where you share. So the Type 2s, I'm going to make sure that I follow the urinal rule and stay 2 away from this car, so we don't end up having to share. Unlike what that Frenchman did to me on the way back. Connected, communicating, still communicating, and charging. As you can see, it says charge rate is limited by charging station, because this is a maximum of 150 kilowatts shared between 2 bays. We've got 35 minutes remaining and we're charging at 146 kilowatts, which is pretty well the maximum this charger can put out. Been here for 31 minutes, just finished, got back to the car. It's up to 86%, which is more than we need. We'll be going up to the Channel Tunnel, make the crossing, and probably then just drive to South Mims, which is where we normally stop, and we'll have a look then and see if we need to top up or whether we can just carry on home. But it's now 12:17. We're due at the Channel Tunnel at 13:19, which is actually well early. We'll explain when we're on the train why it's suddenly changed from we were going to be late to now we're very early, and we hopefully will get an earlier crossing. And here we come, yet another toll. I think this may be the last one before we go. So they're all empty. Don't see anything with the T on it. So we're out. That should be the end of it.
Take the slip road on the left towards E15.
And we just left the motorway and turning into Eurotunnel, or Le Shuttle as they've now called it. And can you see too bright? We'll go this one. Yeah, this will do nicely. And we're going to give Claire a chance to check in now. Very blowy out there. Yes.
Electric. Oh, it's blowy.
I take it there was no option of...
No.
So we're going for the original timing. This is all very different from the last time we were here. Tesla chargers are on the right. But we don't need those. And there's one right at the end. I'll have that. And it's a howling gale. We could not resist this one. Works out about £10 a litre for Gordon's gin. Well, we're coming up to the border checks now. Obviously, you're not allowed to film beyond these points, so we're going to, at 15:08, we're going to close down, and we'll contact you once we've been through border checks and the passport control. Well, it's 3:20, and we've cleared French customs for French passport control and UK passport control. We haven't been stopped for a customs check, and now we're working our way round for the departure. So we've got the medium and small, which is then larger on the right. That's where I need to be. This is where we find out what lane we're going to be in. Hello.
How are you? Good?
Very well, thank you. And we've been directed to lane 6. And we're sitting behind all the motor caravans. And we're moving at 16:06. And we're moving at 16:09. Now. Now we've just got to hope that we actually get on a train and it's not full. And as usual, we're going past the double-decker for the small cars, or cars without roof racks, or cars with bikes on the roof and things like that. Tesla, being a wide car, is always sent into the large vehicles because the roadway is very narrow on the double-deckers, and Tesla drivers were complaining that they were scraping their alloys as they drove in. So the company have decided that from now on Teslas will be deemed large vehicles, pay extra and go into the large vehicle cab. And it looks like we have made it. There was a very long line of cars behind us. I don't know that they're all going to get in. And we're moving at 4:35. So it should be 35 minutes across. About 5 to 10 minutes to get off, and then we'll be on our way. So we'll catch up with you when we're on the far side. We think we figured out what went wrong this morning when we thought we were going to be late, because when you put into the sat-nav Channel Tunnel Calais, it doesn't actually read the Calais bit. It goes to Channel Tunnel in Folkestone, so it takes into account the crossing. What we should have put in is Tunnel sous la Manche, which we've now just entered. And it's 17:02 and we're now out of the tunnel. We're just going to manoeuvre around, do the last minute checks, and then we'll be on our way.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that took an awfully long time to get going at this end. I'm not quite sure what the problem was, but it's certainly 5 or 6 minutes longer than normal. It's now 16:16 because the Tesla clock hasn't changed yet. And we're just about to leave. We spent such a long time sitting around waiting to get across from the terminal that we're both needing to go to the loo. So we'll be stopping for a very quick pee break at the first charges we get to. Sat-nav hasn't yet caught up and it still thinks we're on the other side of the channel. So the timings for arrival at South Mims, which is we're going to do a quick top up and another loo break, is all wrong.
Now take the Folkestone Calais ferry. Now turn right.
Well, we stopped at Thurrock Services and I had to rush off, so Claire plugged in and it's pretty well empty here. There's one white Tesla, there's ourselves and lots of other Tesla superchargers, as well as a whole stack of grid serve. Well, we're home safe. It's the next day. We didn't do any recording much yesterday after we got off the train because my tripod went to sleep and slept pretty well all the way to Bedford. She had to then go straight off to a meeting that had been planned. I had to go down to drive to Luton to a meeting that's been planned and come back again. So overall we've done 3,150 miles and the average has been 251.8 watt-hours per mile, which I'm very pleased with. It's just under 4 miles per kilowatt hour. We'd like to thank you for being with us on a journey, and as we did last year, I'll do a final video once I've got all the prices in and do a roundup of the costs and the timings for the whole journey. So thank you very much for being with us and hope you've enjoyed what we've enjoyed doing. Bye for now.